Riyadh Air Metropolitano, Madrid. First leg of the Champions League semi-final. Atletico Madrid host Arsenal, and no Premier League side has ever won a knockout tie at this venue. October's 4-0 hammering at the Emirates feels a lifetime ago. In the other half, Paris Saint-Germain just beat Bayern Munich 5-4. The winner here books a final. Welcome to the matchday program.
Clutch the moment. Clutch brief.
Riyadh Air Metropolitano, Madrid. First leg of the Champions League semi-final. Atletico Madrid host Arsenal, and no Premier League side has ever won a knockout tie at this venue. October's 4-0 hammering at the Emirates feels a lifetime ago. In the other half, Paris Saint-Germain just beat Bayern Munich 5-4. The winner here books a final. Welcome to the matchday program. Diego Simeone in one technical area, Mikel Arteta in the other, the arch-pragmatist against the obsessive perfectionist, both under pressure, different kinds. Simeone has been at Atletico for 12 years. Twice he has reached the Champions League final, twice he has lost it. His side have phoned in La Liga, sitting fourth, 25 points behind Barcelona. But they knocked out Barcelona to get here. Atletico thrive as underdogs. The Metropolitano in a rainstorm is exactly the night he wants. Arteta arrives under fire for pragmatic football. 5 goals in 7 matches, 1 trophy in 5 years, the FA Cup in 2020. Yet his Arsenal sit top of the Premier League and unbeaten in this Champions League campaign. Tonight, he says, is the moment to make a statement. Those were Arteta's words on the eve of kickoff. The opportunity is in front of his side. He wants them to attack it. 2 managers, 2 reputations for control, 2 systems built on suffocation. One night in Madrid where pragmatism meets pragmatism, and one of them has to bend. On paper, no contest. Arsenal top of the Premier League. Atletico 4th in La Liga, 25 points adrift of Barcelona. But knockout football has never cared about the table. Atletico 4th in La Liga, 60 points from 33 games, 18 wins, 9 defeats, 2 wins from their last 9 across all competitions. They lost the Copa del Rey final to Real Sociedad on penalties, but they put Barcelona out to get here. Arsenal first in the Premier League, 73 points from 34, 22 wins, 64 scored, 26 conceded, the meanest defence in England. The form, though, has wobbled, just 5 goals across their last 7 matches. Atletico's last 5, defeat at Sevilla, defeat at home to Barcelona, the Copa final draw against Real Sociedad lost on penalties, defeat at Elche, then a battling 3-2 over Athletic Club to steady the ship. Domestically, they are limping. Arsenal's last 5, a knockout win at Sporting, defeat at home to Bournemouth, the goalless second leg against Sporting, defeat at the Etihad, then a gritty 1-0 over Newcastle. Patchy, but still unbeaten in this Champions League. The table positions tell you the gulf. They don't tell you what each side has riding on this. Both clubs walk in with very different things to lose. For Atletico, this is the season. La Liga is gone. The Copa del Rey was lost on penalties to Real Sociedad 9 days ago. Beating Arsenal and reaching the final would salvage everything. It would also give Antoine Griezmann the send-off he deserves before leaving for the MLS this summer. For Arsenal, this is bigger than a trophy. 22 years without a league crown, no Champions League title in their entire history. Win this tie, win the final, and the wobbles of April are forgotten. Lose it, and the season hangs entirely on a Premier League race they lead by just 3 points. One Argentine forward on 9 Champions League goals this season. One French maestro Atletico now call their quarterback. The match could turn on either of them. Julián Álvarez was on the bench last weekend, rested. Tonight he starts. 9 Champions League goals already this season. Only one player in Europe has more, and reports out of London say Arsenal want to sign him this summer. Tonight he plays against the manager who wants him. Then there is Antoine Griezmann, 35 years old, leaving for Major League Soccer this summer, somehow playing the best football of his career. Sources at Atletico now call him their quarterback. Not the position, the intelligence, the conductor of the side. An anonymous voice from inside the club. The view from the dressing room. This is the send-off Griezmann has earned. Arsenal, by contrast, have no one of Griezmann's vintage. Martin Odegaard is captain. Bukayo Saka is back from injury. Victor Gyökeres has gone quiet in the second half of the season. Tonight, the away side needs someone to step up. Simeone goes orthodox. A flat back four, two banks of four, Griezmann and Álvarez up top. Arteta sticks with his shape and trusts his structure to suffocate the Atletico front two. Atletico in 4-4-2, Musso in goal, Molina, Lenormand, Lenglet, Ruggeri across the back, Giuliano Simeone, Diego's son, and Llorente either side of Coca and Gonzalez, Griezmann and Álvarez up front, Arsenal in 4-2-3-1, Raya, Mosquera in for Ben White at right back, Saliba and Gabriel central, Hincapié on the left, Zubimendi and Rice screening, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli behind Gyökeres. The decisive duel, Bukayo Saka against Nahuel Ruggeri on the Atletico left. Saka's first start since the Carabao Cup final. Atletico will test his match sharpness from minute 1, and Ruggeri will not stop running. And the decisive factor across the night. Set pieces. Henry himself called them out this week. Arsenal are strong from them. Atletico, Simeone admits, no longer have the personnel to defend them like they used to. One corner, one free kick. That could be the tie. Both sides walk in carrying problems. Some on each side will not make it. For Arsenal, Kai Havertz misses out with the muscle injury picked up against Newcastle. Jurriën Timber still sidelined with a groin problem. Mikel Merino unavailable. The good news? Eberechi Eze travelled and is ready. Ricardo Calafiori is back. Bukayo Saka cleared to start. For Atletico, Pablo Barrios out with a thigh problem. Jose Maria Jimenez ruled out. David Hanko and Ademola Lookman both rated doubtful up to kickoff. Julián Álvarez confirmed fit and starting. The smart money in London leans Arsenal. The smart money in Madrid leans Simeone. The pundits split, and history has a strong opinion of its own. Thierry Henry defending Arteta's pragmatism on CBS this week. He wants a win. He won't worry about how it looks. People, he says, have to accept the way Arteta plays. Paul Dickoff on Sportsmole. Atletico are horrible. Arsenal still get through. The consensus pundit line in one sentence. And here is the number no pundit can wave away. 6 Premier League clubs have visited Atletico Madrid in Champions League knockout football across the Simeone era. 3 have drawn, 3 have lost. None have won. If Arsenal win this, they make history twice. They become the first Premier League side ever to take a Champions League knockout victory at this stadium. And they take a giant step toward their first European Cup final in 20 years. Quickfire, 5 numbers and a side-by-side. Each one tells you something the form table can't. 9 Champions League goals scored by Julián Álvarez this season, second only across the entire continent. 0 defeats Arsenal have suffered in this season's Champions League, unbeaten from the opening round of the league phase to here. 2 Atletico wins from their last 9 across all competitions. The domestic form has fallen off a cliff. 5 goals Arsenal have scored in their last 7 matches across all competitions. The chances are coming, the finishing isn't. Side by side, the gulf is obvious. Atletico 4th in Spain, 60 points. Arsenal 1st in England, 73. The Gunners have conceded 11 fewer in 1 more match. On paper, no contest. On the night, a different story. Predictions are easy. Predictions are also wrong. Here's where I land. Atletico Madrid 1, Arsenal 1. The Spanish side fired up at home, motivated by the Copa final loss and Griezmann's farewell. Arsenal disciplined enough to take an away goal back to North London. The first leg ends level. The tie reopens at the Emirates next Wednesday. That's the call. That's the matchday programme. See you on the other side of kickoff.